Start 20 businesses in the next 12 months. In this video, I will teach you the real message behind that title, the various lessons from my past businesses that you can use to start your next business or even build your current one, the 6 systems every business should run on, including yours right now, and 4 things that you can do today to improve your business journey. If I could start over, I would start 20 businesses as fast as I can. Not because I want 20 businesses, but because of what 20 attempts do to you. They build the one thing that actually decides whether you make it in business or not, the skill, because that is what running business is all about. I am also not saying start 20 businesses all at the same time, only one at a time with your complete and full attention and energy. Chances are you will never get to that 20 before you make things work. And that's the point. You are not collecting businesses, you are building the skill. Most of them will die. You should start them anyway. As someone that now helps entrepreneurs build profitable businesses with my frameworks, there are certain mindset, mentality, and also nuances that you could only learn by building actual businesses, whether successfully or not. Practical experience in business always trumps theoretical experiences. It took me 8 failed businesses and 18 years to learn what I'm about to share with you right now. I want you to be able to build a successful business in a matter of months. Business is a skill that you build. And like any skill, you are bad at it right up to the point that you're not. And like any skill, the fastest way to get good is more reps, but faster. Business is not all about the idea, the funding, the timing. It's a skill. Just because you have the right ingredients doesn't mean you can make the meal. You will suck at business initially and you will fail, but failing isn't the point because every attempt, win or lose, makes you sharper for the next one. Every one of my failed businesses taught me something I just couldn't piece together until a few years ago. The real message behind the title. So, why 20 businesses and why in 12 months? That's because every real attempt deposits a skill in you that you keep for life, whether the business survives or not. If you lose a business because you couldn't sell, you will walk away knowing how to sell. That skill doesn't just die with the business, it's yours forever now. 20 attempts across different sectors throws every kind of problems at you. Those experiences will make you the operator who can make any business work without breaking a sweat. Skills always pay the bills. Lesson 1. You are the bottleneck. My first 3 businesses all taught me the same lesson. I just had to learn it 3 times over. 3 completely different businesses, same problem underneath all of them. I was the machine. When you start, the business is just you. You sell, you deliver, you fix, you follow up. It feels like hustle because you are always busy. I got genuinely good at one thing, getting people interested in what I had to offer. I never got good at building anything that ran without me standing in the middle of it. That's the first ceiling every founder eventually hits. It's called the founder dependency. If the business stops the moment that you stop, you don't own a business. You now have a job that you can't even quit. Unfortunately, this is why a lot of good businesses end up failing. So check yourself. If you took 2 weeks off right now, no laptop, no phone, would money still come in? If the answer is no, your business genuinely owns you. This is lesson number 1 in business. The earlier you can recognize this, the earlier you can start thinking about building a business that is capable of running without you. And this is real freedom. Lesson 2. Being brilliant at one thing will not save you or your business. For my next 3 businesses, I stopped being small and I started playing with real money and investments. I'm talking 6 and 7 figures. And real money teaches you fast, especially when other people's money is involved. After those first businesses, I went and did something different. I got a real education in business, the kind you can't even pay money to get. I spent many years in sales at a corporate level inside several million and billion-pound companies. I mastered the skill everyone says matters the most, sales, and I closed plenty of deals, more than £45 million over the years. I sat down in rooms where the real decisions got made. I watched how serious business actually runs. I learned distribution, profitability, logistics, buying and selling whole companies, scaling with real structure behind it. For the first time, I felt I understood business from the top down. I thought that was the missing piece for me. I thought now I finally know enough. So I went back out to build. Even with elite sales skills and corporate level understanding of how business actually works, my next businesses still failed. All that corporate education wasn't enough to make my own thing work. Business is more than just selling. Business is also more than just theory. I may have been good at sales and know all the theory behind a successful business, but I was poor at running a profitable business. Lesson 3. Revenue is not profit. I built an e-commerce business that did 1.8 million in revenue. I lost nearly £100,000 of my own money running it. I saw all the mechanics inside those million and billion pounds companies, cash flow, logistics, margins. I knew all the words. I had certain meetings, but watching it from a boardroom meeting and losing your own £100,000 are two completely different educations. Revenue is not profit. I knew this. That loss taught me how a business actually works underneath the surface, the importance of cash flow, VAT, tax, negotiating good prices with suppliers, churn, production, shipping products in from another country, logistics, the unglamorous machinery nobody posts about. I got good at the business operations here because the alternative was me losing even more money. I learned how to know when to walk away because some businesses are like quicksand. The harder that you try, the more that you sink. Lesson 4. Scaling too fast will kill your business. That same e-commerce business taught me a second lesson. When it started doing consistent 6-figure months, my instincts told me to scale it and scale it fast. I doubled the ad spend, I doubled the team, doubled the inventory, doubled the output, and assumed I would get double the business back. That assumption clearly didn't end well for me. Scaling a business is not simple maths. 2 times the ad spend, the team, the effort does not give you 2 times the result. What scaling actually does is multiply everything all at once, including the cracks, risk, and failings of your own business. A weakness you could have lived with when you were small becomes the thing that takes you down when you're big. Growth doesn't fix a shaky business, it exposes it even faster. Scaling requires a solid system in your business. Scale a solid system and you get bigger business. Scale a broken one and all you get is bigger problems. Lesson 5. There is no such thing as quick money. I was lucky enough to be doing property at the same time as my e-commerce business, and it did 2 things for me. It quietly mopped up a good chunk of what e-commerce had cost me, which was the first time I ever saw one business carrying another, and it showed me a brand new problem. Property makes good money, but it is very slow money. Money from property is capped by how fast you can raise funds and what the market decides to do that year. Even when you get the deal right, you can still lose in property. Most of your cash is often locked in bricks and mortar and it ties you down. Property is a brilliant long-term investment strategy. It is a poor business, however. Knowing the difference between something that grows your wealth and something that pays you to run it is a completely different skill in itself. And that is what property taught me. Every business done right is initially slow money, but as that wheel spins, the money spins faster. Lesson 6. Being the middleman doesn't pay well. I turned my property experience into a service. I started running property investments on behalf of other people. I did the work, they got the asset, I took a fee. Simple. People always say being the middleman was the best position to be in. On the surface, yes, it made sense. Underneath, the income was capped. I made 20k a client, but it took 6 to 8 months, depending on the project length, to get my full payment back. And once you did the real math across the acquisition, the renovation period, and divided it by the months and the work involved, the return on my time just wasn't there. Lesson 7. Marketing and lead generation prints money. E-commerce and property handed me 2 critical skills I've been missing for a decade: proper marketing and proper lead generation. This is where I learned Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, Amazon ads, ROAS, which is return on ad spend, all of it. I learned how to get a business seen and trusted and how to turn that attention into a steady flow of buyers. For the first time in my life, I could put money in one end and reliably pull customers out of the other end. After years of knocking on people's doors and posting flyers, these businesses changed everything I thought was possible. Lesson 8. You can know everything and be known for nothing. I was getting more powerful with every business: operations, money, marketing, lead generation, sales. On paper, I should have been unstoppable. High performance coaching seemed like the logical choice for me. By now, I could do almost anything business related: sales training, marketing setup, lead generation, through ads, operations, and delivery framework. So I just offered all of it. And that was the problem. I could do everything, which meant I was known for absolutely nothing. A jack of all trades, almost a decade of collecting skills, and I still couldn't build a business that worked because nobody could tell you in one sentence what I actually did. I essentially solved every individual problem from my past and created a brand new one by piling them all into one confused offer. I want you to know this. If what you do is too complicated to explain, no one will bother to care about you. Lesson 9. Target rich people. I ran a career consulting business for 18 months. This time I was known for one clear thing. I got 320 people into well-paid jobs and promotions and grew an audience of over 125,000 on Instagram. And I'm proud of that to this day, but I picked the wrong market. People hunting for work are by definition short on cash. The hours I invested in training people was just not worth it for me financially. I felt fulfilled, but fulfillment doesn't pay my bills or give me freedom. It doesn't matter how good your service is if you're selling to people who can't pay what it's worth. Good service, wrong people is not a sustainable business. Lesson 10. Every business runs on 6 systems. After that last business failed, I took a break. I knew how to make money. I knew how to make profit. I just wanted to make significantly more money in the same time or less. So I sat back and I asked the only question that mattered to me. Why do I keep failing when I clearly know what I'm doing? I've closed millions, I've made millions, and learned business at the highest level that there is. And the answer was hiding in all the 8 businesses I failed in at once. I failed because I was missing a system that ensures all my actions were repeatable, measurable, and consistent. I discovered every business runs on 6 systems and they hold each other up. So I built the Elite Performance OS. 6 systems designed to hold each other up instead of taking turns falling over. These systems are personal, your performance, habits, well-being as the founder, basically everything to do with you as an entrepreneur. Sales, your pipeline health and the daily activities that produces revenue. Lead generation, where your prospects come from and whether they actually convert. Marketing, your brand visibility, trust and attribution. Content, your publishing cadence, performance and engagement. Operations, the efficiency, reliability and scalability of your processes. Each individual system ensures that you are able to run a profitable business. For example, if you get your sales systems right while the operation system is broken, the business still dies, it just dies later. When one system decays, it drags the rest down with it eventually. Lesson 11. Always test your idea in the real world before you launch. Having a framework that explained my own failure was the easy part. I didn't rush and build the Elite Performance OS. I went and tried to break it. I spent 2 to 3 years on the road, taking the 6 systems into businesses that had nothing to do with mine. Different sectors, different countries, different sizes. I focused on business doing 6, 7, and 8 figures, even in industries I never worked in. I went to markets where I didn't even speak the language. To me, if the 6 systems were real, they had to hold up anywhere and everywhere. And oh boy, they held up every single time. More than 350 businesses now use my frameworks through my app, and I've worked with 35 founders who have since gone on to do over £61 million in combined revenue. The Elite Performance OS stopped being just my story and it became something I could hand to anyone. Lesson 12. Your business is as strong as your weakest system. Here's what all of this means for you, and it's the whole reason any of this matters. The 6 systems don't care where your business is. They don't care whether you sell software, coaching, coffee, whether you're in London, Lagos, or nowhere near either. Every business stands or falls on the same 6 things, yours included right now, whether you can say it yet or not. And your business is only ever as strong as its weakest one. Most founders never find out which system is failing them until it's too late. You don't have to be most founders. Lesson 13. The failures become the point. My failures stopped being the thing I hid from everyone. They became the entire reason anyone actually listens to me. I lost the money. I hit every ceiling. I learned the painful lesson, the slow and expensive way. So the founders I now work with right now don't have to. That's what I do now. I sit with businesses and build the systems that make them more productive and more profitable. And I can charge properly for it now because I'm not selling advice off the internet, I'm selling experience. And that ceiling that meant I could only ever help one person at a time, that's gone too. I now teach a room full of founders how to run a profitable business that puts and pays them first. Far more leverage for me now. So when I tell you to start 20 businesses in 12 months, I don't mean fail 20 times. I mean, get your reps in fast and keep the skill each time. Business is a skill that you need to build, and it allows you to see the whole system your business runs on. Action. What to do next? Start that business today. Stop polishing the idea that's in your head right now. Get that reps in. Whether that business works or not, you still get to keep the skill. Identify the weakest system in your business. Go through the 6 honestly. The weakest is the one that's quietly costing you, and that is where your attention needs to go first. If you want it scored for you, this is exactly what my app Ashayi does. It's an AI coaching app that tracks all 6 systems and shows you which one is dragging the rest down and what you need to do to fix it daily. It's free to download on iOS with a free trial, so you can see your scores before you even commit to any subscription. Run the 2-week test on your business today. If you disappeared for 2 weeks, no laptop, no phone, would money still come in? If the answer is no, your first job is to build a business that runs without you, not a bigger version of the one that owns you. Upskill yourself. If there's a system you keep dodging because you're not good at it, stop hiding behind the thing that you're great at and go and get better at the thing that you're not. It took me 8 businesses and 18 years to learn what I know. I trust you're going to do it faster because now you know the lessons I was too busy failing to see. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone that you think it would genuinely help. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments. I'll see you on the next video.